we starting? Are we doing another test run?
We are starting.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to the Maximum Chillage podcast. I'm Chewy Sanchez. With me, as always,
Tiki Mike.
and our special guest,
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nick Sal.
Nick Sal from, what's your podcast name?
Oh,
Bum
City.
Bum City. So we're going to call this Bum Chillage. We've tried this once before. We completely fucked it up, and but it's good to have you back in the room.
Thank you.
It's less hot today.
Oh,
Dude, last time it was fucking hot. I felt so bad. I just saw you sweating, and you were wearing jeans.
Oh, dude, it could be like 60 degrees, 50 degrees, and I'll still be sweating, so don't sweat it.
All right, so follow us on Spreaker now. We're actually on Spreaker. Nick Sal. Yeah,
nice,
we are.
nice.
You turned me on to that. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Fuck it. So we're on Spreaker, and I actually uploaded us to iTunes.
Oh.
But they take like 3 weeks to review your shit to see if you're legit.
Well, make sure you're not like a Nazi or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they care about that. I think they care if it's a good audio.
Yeah, I guess you're
If
right.
you have a full Nazi podcast, I don't think they give a shit. They just want to see if you have good audio Nazi podcasts.
Make sure you're not tainting their image and
Yeah.
their brand.
So hopefully our podcast was good enough for their website, and we could be up on iTunes soon. So today on the podcast, we're talking about the March of the Juggalos. Taco Bell gets booze, Toys R Us goes bankrupt, and pumpkin spice pizza. But before all of that, you went to a Raiders game.
Oh my god,
Dude, how was it?
It was. Any Raider fans out there, it's if you've been to a game, I think you kind of get the idea of how those tailgates go. But it was definitely fun. My brothers went, Jared went, his brothers went, my cousins were there, people I knew were there. It was insanely fun. It's just booze when you wake up and booze till you leave, you know?
Did you see Marshawn go crazy?
Dude, where we were sitting, we saw, like, it was legitimately right in front of us, Marshawn starting to dance, like, and it was fucking wild. Like, Jared cried, and I was like, he literally was like laughing and just like was so excited. He was like, tears were down his face.
Well, that's legit beautiful that Marshawn
Yeah.
was doing that in Oakland, because
Yeah.
Marshawn's from Oakland,
Yeah.
played for Cal Berkeley,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he comes back full circle, wins, just goes and plays for the Seahawks for a while, but then goes back to Mother Oakland before they move to
might get
Las
a playoff
Vegas.
run, man. Might get a playoff run.
I think they might. Honestly, that would be really cool. So I saw that you were there, and I was like, "Oh shit!" They were there on a really good game, and Marshawn went crazy. What
Great
song
game.
was playing when he was?
Was
it a hyphy song?
It's a hyphy song. It's called Val. I think the name is Val, and the song's called By Oakland, I believe, or it's just called Oakland. And it's every hyphy song. Like every part of that song has everything that a hyphy song should have. And it was kind of hard to hear it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then you see Marshawn dancing, and then they put him on the big screen, and then the whole place blew up, like screaming. Like it was so loud in there when he started dancing. It was so fun.
So even though the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas, how was the reception there? Like, are they still like? Was it sold out?
Sold out. Every
I think that's what they were afraid of, that nobody was going to go.
Right. But it's just all just diehard Oakland fans. So it's like even the entire the most like bunk ass seats were all sold out, and it was great. It was an experience, definitely. I've been to a few games, and that it was my favorite one ever, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you were there, and I was like, oh shit, that's awesome.
Got really drunk, dude. It was so super fun.
I would imagine. I've never tailgated before.
Oh,
I think I've done it one time.
They're so friendly. Like you walk around, people are passing you blunts, or like, hey man, you want a beer? Yeah. Or like people are making like tacos and stuff. Like, oh man, here's a taco. Like fucking awesome, dude.
One time I tried to go to an Oakland A's game, and I was
okay.
I was at the Coliseum parking lot.
Yeah.
And while we were walking through, I was wearing a Sharks hat, and it's Bay Area. Everybody loves Bay Area sports.
Yep.
So they're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Sharks. They're passing me beers and shit.
Yep.
I was like, fuck, Oakland's very hospitable. And then that was fucking awesome.
It's awesome.
I didn't get to watch the game because when we got to the ticket booth, they said the only tickets there are obstruction only. So there's gonna be like a pole in front of your face the whole time.
Sucks.
So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna pay $40 to not see the game. But I mean, cool experience being in the Coliseum parking lot. Drinking some beers, free beers.
See, there you go, dude. We took the BART, me and my brothers, and we had just beers, like packs of beers in our hands, and we're just like walking to the parking lot. It was fun. Good shit.
Yeah. So speaking of hospitable people, this Saturday, March 6th in March. I got it confused with the March. September 16th, actually Michigan Independence Day. There was an insane clown posse march of the Juggalos. So all the Juggalos got together because they are classified as a gang. and they don't like that classification because they feel like it's unjust. So they all got together in Washington, D.C., marched together and rallied together to say, we're not fucking cool with this, FBI. And are you guys familiar with juggalos at all? Do you know any juggalos personally? I think Michael knows some juggalos.
Well, I've known some juggalos.
Nice people?
Juggalos and juggahos, and that's not an insult. That's just how they refer to women.
Well, I thought it was juggalettes, dude.
Nah, juggahos.
Ooh.
Juggalettes, I think they do use juggalettes. They use juggalettes. Juggahos is a thing, too. It's not offensive to say.
It sounds like a bad, like, big tit porn.
That's what I was thinking, too. I said that's a classification of porn or what?
Yeah.
Juggos.
So, juggalos. Are you going to explain juggalos? Or?
Oh, yeah, so let's explain juggalos. So Insane Clown Posse is a band. They have been since the 90s. It's Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, two guys from Detroit who have beef with actual Detroit rapper Eminem. They don't get along. You think that the...
Oh, I thought it would be like hometown, like homies.
That's what I thought so. I thought so, too, but no, they don't like each other.
Wow, that sucks.
So they...
there's a whole label. There's other bands, too. And
There's actually
groups
multiple labels when I was looking it up. Not just one. I thought it was Psychopathic Records, and that's it. There's actually 5 record labels for this type of music. Insane Clown Posse, all of their fans call themselves Juggalos. And because they are sketchy people in general...
And they also come up with pseudonyms. You know, they all start calling themselves, like, Puzzle Piece and... Like, I don't know, bullshit like that.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Is it?
So when I used to work at Hot Topic, there was Insane Clown Posse merch. And every time a Juggalo walked in, you were instructed that if you saw them first, you had to stick to them like glue because they were known shoplifters.
Well, also, if I'm not mistaken, I think in some Insane Clown Posse songs, they encourage their listeners to go and steal their merchandise, like straight up.
That made sense. That would make sense as to why they were doing it. So, approximately 1,500 marched on the streets of Washington D.C. and in a Rolling Stone article, they said that the streets were sticky in Faygo soda. If you're not familiar with them, all they do is drink Faygo and go whoop whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I just heard this. I don't know if you guys seen the, like Viceland does like their Vice Essentials.
Yeah.
Those little documentaries.
Shout out to Viceland.
Dude, I love Viceland, man.
That's great. That's the only thing I watch these days.
That's all.
You want to talk about fuck that's delicious for an hour?
Woo,
I will.
We can. I brought a blunt. But I saw a documentary about Juggalos in Faygo, and I had no idea what the fuck Faygo was.
It's like their fan side, yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in person.
I think it's only in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I think so.
I don't know, but it was it was wild.
I don't know where it is. I think it's in certain parts of Fresno. I think there are some stores that straight up sell Faygo. Yeah, I've never seen it. I think
I think I have seen one before.
I think one of our friends just sent me a picture of it one time when he actually found it in the store.
Was he a juggalo?
No. Just appreciated the lifestyle of juggalos.
So so what they're saying is so bad about being classified as a gang, because who cares if you're classified as gang? Well, they were saying that some people are getting barred from joining the military because they have Insane Clown Posse tattoos, and they're classified as a gang. Yeah, people are losing custody battles, because all the other parent has to say is they're a juggalo. That's classified as a gang, and that will.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so if somebody commits a small petty crime, it could instantly be upgraded to a harsher crime because they are considered a gang member. That's a junction in most cities when they are a recognized gang. Pretty much anything that you do becomes a harsher penalty because you're associated.
And you can easily tell when a juggalo is a juggalo because they have their Hatchet Man tattoo, which is the Psychopathic Records logo. So if you have the Hatchet Man tattoo, you can get heavy penalties for committing crimes. You can lose access to joining the military, lose custody battles. So people are saying that they are getting their lives fucked up on this. And I saw a video, actually. It was a call to action by the two. They had a like an 8-minute video telling people to come out to this march, and I took it more as it looked kind of like a comedy video. I was like, there's 100,000 people who have watched this, and I think like 75,000 were people just making fun of it. Because I don't think like a lot of juggalos have access to the internet. I think juggalos are like the ones who still go to the library to check their email to see if they got the job at fucking Save Mart or something.
Were you just like, man, this stand-up isn't very funny?
Dude, have you ever seen them? They're fucking hilarious.
Are they really?
They're pretty.
They're
Inadvertently funny.
Oh wow. Okay.
They're being serious, but
okay,
they're in
gotcha.
full clown makeup, and they say funny things.
Wait, I'm confused. They do stand up? Is that
No,
what
I was
you
just saying
said?
how like if
Wait, what?
when they made this video to have people like explain the march.
To be saying serious things in
Yeah.
clown makeup, yeah.
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 And I think they're like 45 or maybe even 50 because they were big in like 93.
Yeah. It's just Midwest people, man. Midwest white people are crazy. They do anything. And like, I mean, like I said, going back to that little documentary I saw, I was like, man, these fucking white
Did you
people
see?
are crazy.
Are you down to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos? I've always wanted to go.
Gallery of the Juggalos?
The Gathering.
Gathering? No, dude. I didn't.
You never heard about that?
I don't want any part of any Juggalo, man.
Mike, would you go to that? I've always wanted to just see it.
Well,
The Gathering of the Juggalos is like Warped Tour for Juggalos.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was a documentary about that. And there was Fagel bottles all over the floor.
they have their free drug trade section. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
No, on the internet?
No, well, at the Gathering of the Juggalos, there's an area just outside of where the actual premise is of the Gathering and all that. It's just an area where people hang out, and they're just trading drugs. They're not selling it to each other. They're just like,
Well, that's nice of
hey,
each other.
I've got shrooms. Hey, I've got E. And they make trades, and they just, yeah.
Wow. That's fancy.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty hospitable.
I mean, and to be classified as a gang just because you want to have a community and share drugs.
Check it out. I think that they're nice, meaning people. Most of them.
Are you basing this off of the Juggalo that we both know?
They're very inclusive.
Wait, you guys both know a Juggalo?
We both know, I think,
Which-
two Juggalos.
Dude, I think you say one is a Juggalo. They're not a Juggalo.
They wore orange pants for the majority of their life.
Okay, well,
no, just for like 1 year, dude.
I have a confession. I had some like pretty fluorescent orange shorts in like 7th grade.
Were you into rave?
No, man. I thought it was. I think it was like the lingering hand-me-downs from like my brother, where like the '90s were like hella fucking cool, and like I had a bright yellow like hat, and like had
So you
orange
would look
shorts.
badass these days. Like right now, if you wore that, you'd be fucking.
No, it wasn't that cool because like my hat was Hurley, and it was just like stupid. And I used to wear it sideways like a dumb fuck, man. Have
you ever seen anybody wear a hat sideways in the last 10 years? I don't think it's a thing anymore.
No.
I mean, in your area
I've
of
seen
town,
it. Yeah, my area of town.
Michael
I still
Michael
see
works in like the eclectic area of town. Eclectic as in rich in characters.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it is.
It's a rich area. Yeah, but so the Gathering of the Juggalos, I really want to go to one of those things.
It seems.
I don't know if I would go
know,
full
man.
out,
No, dude,
wear the
I
stuff
don't
or
think
anything.
I'd like to see it. I mean, I think maybe seeing it for an hour, you've probably taken in your fill. I don't think it would be cool to see day 2.
Have you ever heard the Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah.
Either of you guys?
Oh, what? I want to say I have. I can't remember their like single from like the '90s or like
The Great
late-
Malenko?
Is that what it is?
No, well, that's one of their songs.
I don't know. Like I think if I heard it, I may be cross-referencing
If you
or
listen-
not like crossing like Cottonmouth Kings.
Well, no, they're part of the same group.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're also part of like Psychopathic Records or one of those record
Or
companies.
definitely there's overlapping fans.
Definitely, yeah.
Midwest white people, man.
Is that where the Cottonmouth Kings are from?
I would bet money that yes, that's where they're from. I
So-
would bet money on that.
Speaking of being Cottonmouth, Taco Bell just announced that it's opening another 350 locations, but these will not have a drive-through, and that is for reasons that if you have a drive-through, you can't have alcohol. These are going to be exclusive Taco Bell cantinas that are gonna serve alcohol, and I'm fucking pumped. I know there's one in Vegas that I've always wanted to visit. Have you been to that one?
I've heard about it. I've always wanted to because they have like the Baja Blast Freeze.
That's
like
their
the
big thing,
freezes,
yeah.
but with like vodka or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they have a DJ and a dance floor, and it's like a club, but with Taco Bell.
It's beautiful, dude.
I think so.
That's
I think that's all I've ever wanted in life was to just go kick back at a Taco Bell and be able to pop open a beer at the same time.
I'd rather eat garbage, man.
You don't like Taco Bell?
I mean, okay.
Oh my god, dude. I
we
don't
liked
know,
you, dude. We liked you.
I like Taco Bell, but then I've never,
not in that tone, man.
I've never been like, I don't know. I might be.
You're ordering the wrong things.
I might be eating my own words here, but I've never been like, oh, want Taco Bell. It's always like, fuck, I gotta get Taco Bell. Or number two, I'm like belligerent, like, let's get Taco Bell. I've never been like, been pumped, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna eat this beautiful Taco Bell.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you a little bit. I like Taco Bell, but
I'm a big fan of the Bell.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think I have been as gung ho about it.
Well, I mean, when you eat it every day, dude, it gets boring.
You know, except for the one specific item, the beefy. What is it? The beefy
Frito. That was your thing.
No, not the beefy Frito. They still have that. The beefy. What the fuck was it?
7-layer burrito?
No, dude, it's a limited time thing. It's
Quesarito?
like no, it's like their McRib, you know, that comes around for just a short period of time, and it was like $1. It had like
everything's $1 there.
That's true. No, honestly, that's how they like revitalize their brand. Yeah. There was a whole thing in Forbes about how they revolutionized the dollar menu and in turn turned their shit around because they sucked for a while.
They've always sucked, dude.
the beefy crunch burrito, is that what
dude,
it was?
I don't know. You're boring everybody. Dude. It was a good burrito. How about that?
Oh,
Leave it at that.
Dude. No, you don't understand. It had a cult following. They had a guy there was a
had
story.
A whole Reddit page.
No, there was a dude. I'm sure there were Reddit pages. There was a dude that like legit robbed them for like 7 of them. And then got into a chase where he ended up in his hotel room.
Is it the taco burrito?
As a holdout. What?
The taco burrito?
No.
Burrito.
I'm gonna Google this later. But yeah, man. Some listener knows what I'm talking about, man.
No, Taco Bell, like to me, that shit's delicious. I mean, I'm gonna take you there one day. When you're not drunk, you'll appreciate it.
Okay, what do you get? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so the thing is, Mike and I don't eat beef or chicken or.
You see that? That's also why I like that place because
this place is very veg friendly.
Yeah.
Super veg friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then
well, you can substitute beans
that.
for beef for everything. No, but I remember the beef tasting pretty all right.
Beef is bullshit.
Yeah, it's not. I think they put a lot of filler in it. I don't know. It doesn't look real.
Okay, like I'm like I feel like an asshole because I know I'm like talking shit. And I know once I leave here and if I like smoke a joint or something, I'm like, oh, you know what? $1 menu does sound good. You know, I'm not gonna lie. The crunchy taco supreme with the sour cream and everything, that's legit. I think where I'm going wrong is the crunch wrap because it gets fucking soggy. I've eaten like 3 bites of a crunch wrap one time. Like, man, threw it away. Fuck this. And like right in the garbage. It was like $4, but I don't know. Hit or miss with the.
So now with the addition of alcohol, would you like it a little bit more?
Yeah, because I think that's the only time I do like it is when I'm like drunk as shit and someone's like, "We're gonna go to Taco Bell." I'm like, "Yeah, man, let's do it. Give me some crunchy tacos. Give me some double deckers. Give me some nacho and cheese. You know." But that cheese gives me straight up diarrhea, like bad, like, bad, dude. Bad. It gives me the bubble guts. No fun, dude.
So, Mike, if you were like thinking about going out on a Friday night and your clubs, you wouldn't go out on a Friday night there.
I wouldn't.
That's where I want to go on a Friday night.
That was my destination in mind. It might be a secondary destination, like oh shit, let's bounce. You know, I'll keep another beer going. I'll go. You know what I mean? I could see that.
So I looked up the Yelp reviews for the Vegas one, so I wanted to see like what people really thought of it. Victoria H from Glendale, California says this place is everything. Straight up, the best alcoholic slushie that I've ever had. I asked them to choose the flavor, and the lady made me one on the spot by combining flavors.
Ooh.
And she goes on to say, I didn't see this. She might have been the best vegetarian cheesy gordita crunch of my life.
Oh, see, it's biased. It's another
like, girl, that shit rocked my culinary world. Thanks, Cantina. You did my first trip to Vegas solid. So I just, it might be.
Wait, I don't know, dude. That was her trip to Vegas.
Yeah, man. What was that bitch doing, man? Staying in her hotel room the whole time?
She was out partying at the fucking cantina, dude.
Exactly.
Explain this to me. Is it
You never even been to Vegas. Shut the fuck up, Michael.
Is it just a store where you buy food, or you said it's a club?
The one in Vegas is like a club. There's like a dance floor, a DJ.
Man, imagine all like the broken pieces of like the taco shells, lettuce. There's like cheese on the fucking
somebody with
floor.
just a nice ass shirt with sour cream on it.
Mancha City all over your suit, man. Like you drop a taco on the floor. Ah, fuck it, and someone's gonna slip on that shit. Nah, I'm giving the Yelp review like 1 star. Is there stars on Yelp review?
Yeah. There is.
1 star.
Mike, what's your Yelp review? Do you think Fresno will get one? The 350 locations.
It's a test market.
But will we get one?
Yeah, we're a test market. They got to know how well it's gonna do.
They already did that in Vegas. That's what they're already gonna open.
Vegas,
350 of them.
But Vegas is just like, I mean,
You've
that's
never
a novelty.
been there.
What the fuck are you saying? I've never been there.
When's the last time you went to Vegas? Oh, yeah, you went to
like
Vegas
2 years ago,
yeah, for the first time. Guys, been
First
one time.
The first time since I was a kid, yeah.
Okay.
But,
He's been there once. Went to the Hooters Hotel.
Ooh, how was it?
It was all right. I mean, again, I was going where the bachelor party was staying. So, I mean, was it my first choice of hotels? No, it's a decaying hotel. I mean, but where did you stay? You stayed in the place right next door, which is even sketchier.
I've been there many times, and I've been to a lot of hotels. I've been to fucking penthouse things in the MGM Grand.
Ooh.
I've been to I think it's now the D is what it's called now.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed the name. It's the D. I think they did it for marketing purposes.
Oh, yeah.
I have stayed at a Howard Johnson.
Dude, I don't know any of those hotels you just mentioned.
The MGM? You never heard of the MGM?
Oh, the MGM only. Yeah. I just know like the Aria, the Palms.
Those are all the old
Caesar's
ones.
Palace.
Yeah.
The Bellage.
Oh, I stayed in the Pyramid one, the Luxor. Stayed in the Luxor too.
That one freaks me out. It's so dark in there.
There's a piece of the Titanic in there.
Like a real piece?
Yeah.
What?
There's a Titanic exhibit that you had to pay extra money to go to, and you can see like a piece of the Titanic.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
It was pretty cool, and then you can see like human bodies too. Like there's another one where they have like human bodies on. I mean, you see that every day because you work at a convalescent home.
Oh, dude, I see dead bodies on the regular.
I mean, you're not talking about the bodies exhibit, right?
It is the bodies exhibit.
The
yeah.
bodies exhibit.
Yeah, they have that
that's
too.
That's a traveling exhibit, though.
I
Right?
think they just have different ones in different locations.
I've been in L.A.
You been to that one? It's all right. They pump like colored wax into them so you can see the different body functions and shit.
Sounds whack.
Yeah, it's whatever. It wasn't worth my $50. I would have rather seen the Jabberwockies.
Oh, 50.
Yeah, it's expensive. Vegas is expensive in general.
Dude, Vegas
I'm sure
is
the Taco
horrible.
Bell in Vegas would be expensive. I'm sure those slushes are a good $15 each.
Those strip clubs are crazy expensive.
Dude, I got duped for $60 at one of those strip clubs.
Oh, you gotta be careful, my friend.
Yeah, they're like, you want the super deluxe package? I was like, what does that include? They're like 1 lap dance, and then you can go to all 3 levels. And I was like, all 3 levels? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, you got me. 2nd level, nobody was working. 3rd level, that's where all the strippers went and took their smoke breaks. Swear, it was the roof. The 3rd level was the roof, which was set up. It was set up for like a club area, but nothing was happening up there. They were just like not wanting to talk to anybody. They went to the corner. They're like, don't bother us. We're on our break.
Like sweating. It's like, I need to take a break.
Yeah, fuck Vegas strip clubs, duping me for all my money.
I don't know, dude. I had a blast when I went to strip club in Vegas.
Which one did you go to?
The White Rhino, I think that's what it's called, or the Spear Rhino. Spear Rhino.
Never heard of it. I was at Larry Flint's Hustler Club.
It was so fun, dude. It was very expensive.
How much did you drop?
Oh, dude, easy. Probably like a hundo 20, dude.
That's not even a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for me, Chewy.
I thought you were gonna say like a G.
No, fuck no.
I know a guy who dropped $500 once.
I hope I'm never turn into that guy. It's getting there, man. It's getting now. I had to take a pause on my stripper face. It's getting too wild.
They get pricey, dude. You can, for all those strippers, you can buy 100 tacos at Taco Bell on the dollar menu.
Bro, might as well get 100 Bud Ices.
It's talking about fucking value and the value of money these days. Toys R Us, one of my favorite stores as a kid, fucking bankrupt. And that saddens me so much because I honestly, that was my favorite store growing up. I don't know about you, Mike.
But have you been there in the past 5 years?
Yeah.
Really?
I continue to go.
It's trash.
It is trash, and that's why it's closing.
trashy.
Yeah.
Everything was always out of order, man.
Yeah, man.
There was always fucking toys on the floor. It just reminds me of going to someone's house who has a kid and it's like dirty.
Yeah, that's what they were
It's like-
saying. Customers complain the stores feel dirty, disorganized, overwhelmed, and overpriced, especially compared to what you can get online for less friction.
Yeah.
They just didn't keep up pretty much. Like they just didn't give a shit. They just hired people who had their fucking blue little
Vest.
polos all manchado from Taco Bell.
Yeah, man, that place sucks. Dude, I've been there probably, I think I went there like 2 years ago to buy like my nephew a gift. And I was like, I'm going to go to Toys R Us. There's a shitload of stuff I can buy. Oh, man, I was just like, it was like anxiety went to like level 10. I was just like, everything's messy. Like, there's so many fucking kids in here. Like,
Which one did you go to?
the one on Shaw.
Which one on
The
show?
one, oh, not the one by Mark's.
Okay, that's the one by Michael's area with the eclectic people. That one's even worse.
Oh, that one's gachos, man. That one's crazy, dude. That one's wild. No, I went to the one on Shaw and
By Clovis.
in Clovis.
in the beautiful
yeah.
people area.
That one's still shit as well, dude. It's always messy, and I could not handle going in there, and then like every fucking kid is screaming their head off because they can't get a toy. I can't handle that.
It just bums me out that toy stores in general are a thing of the past. Because after this, that's
true.
it. There's no more toy store. KB's Toys closed when we were kids. You remember that one?
That's right. Oh, that one was the tits.
It was in the mall in Sierra Vista.
Yeah, that one was nice.
I loved that one. Do you remember that one, Mike?
Yeah, no, I remember that one. I like that one because you didn't really have to search that far. It was a smaller store.
Small little toy store.
And, everything was right there. Yeah.
I feel like you were like a wrestling toys kid.
Did I have wrestling toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had wrestling toys.
Is that like your thing of choice?
Was that my thing of choice?
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. I had some other shit that I liked.
No.
I had this AT Walker that was pretty legit, you know?
Ooh,
Yeah,
fancy,
man.
man.
It was, I had some other shit, man. I don't know, man. Fucking, I mean, I can't go through a toy collection idea, right? Or, memories. One of my favorite toys was a Magneto toy I had. I don't
Ooh,
know.
yep. I had a lot of X-Men toys from like the
Yeah.
90s cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Had like Mr. Sinister, and I had a bunch
Oh,
of the
that'd be
Beast
legit.
War, like Transformers toys.
Oh, I didn't have any of the Beast Wars.
I legit bought that Megazord at KB Toys.
Oh, that's fucking nice.
Yeah, and my thing was Power Rangers. I had a lot of Power Rangers
Oh,
and Ninja
Power
Turtles.
Rangers.
Power
Ooh,
Rangers and Ninja,
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles.
That's pretty much all I had. That's pretty much all I
Some
liked.
Street Sharks.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, I had those too. The Street
Street
Sharks were
Sharks.
badass. That was good. That was good cartoon.
Yeah.
I had a
Fuck
Samurai Raphael, I think.
Nice.
From Ninja Turtles 3.
Who was the one who liked pizza a lot?
They
That was
all
Mi-
liked pizza.
That was Michelangelo.
Michelangelo liked it like a lot,
Well,
right?
He had the
Yeah,
cheese.
the orange
usually,
one.
Yeah.
The orange guy.
So I had one of him, like little toy, that you put in a little disc of pizza in a pizza box that he holds.
Shoots
You
it
pull
out.
back his arm and he shot it out.
Fuck yeah, man.
That was badass. It was like the best toy
Those are
ever made.
nice. They don't make toys like that.
And I think that's why Toys R Us is closing, because they don't make toys like that anymore.
Because they're all plastic.
Everything sucks.
Dude, my brothers, or not my brothers, my cousin has original like Transformer toy. No, Voltron. That's like fucking steel that he got when he was a kid, and it weighs like 6 pounds. Like it's steel, dude. You can bust someone's head open.
I'm sure
And
little kids got busted open a lot,
exactly
dude.
What happened.
Yep.
Little kids are probably getting their heads busted open all the time.
And like the paint is like chipped off, but you can still see like the main colors. But it's just like
I bet you that thing's still worth hella money though.
just stainless steel. Yeah, it probably does. He has it in like this glass, like illuminated glass case, and it looks fucking awesome. Shout out to my cousin. I forgot his name.
So fall starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of fall.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and you can feel it. Like we said, it's not as hot.
Yeah.
So pumpkin spice is back everywhere. Pumpkin spice. Do you like pumpkin spice?
I hate pumpkin spice.
Everything?
'Cause it reminds me of potpourri. Like any coffee tastes like potpourri. Like any candle, it just grosses me the fuck out. dude.
Mike, do you like anything pumpkin spice?
Well, I mean, I like pumpkin pie flavored things, which would be pumpkin spice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like smoothies, pumpkin smoothies.
Where the fuck do they have those? At Jamba
the
Juice?
place I used to work, yeah, Jamba Juice, yeah.
Shout out to Jamba.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Stevie.
Strep throat Stevie.
Ooh,
Oh.
does he really have strep throat?
Dude, I didn't think he's still working there right now, dude. He's a strep throat serving all these smoothies and
I
shit.
saw him post a snap the other day of him with some of that spray.
Dude, he's fucking. God damn it, Steve. Go to the damn doctor. I had to scold him earlier today to go to the fucking doctor. I was like, dude, you're going to lose your fucking throat. It's gonna just erode away.
How long has he been living with the strep throat?
Like
2 years.
About a week now.
Oh, you see,
Michael doesn't believe in the doctor.
I don't go to the doctor. Okay, week 2.5, I would be like, all right, it's time. I'll go to the doctor.
Nah, you still wouldn't go to the doctor.
I've been to the doctor for some things in the past 10 years.
When's the last time you went to the doctor?
Actually, last year, because I like severely thought that I was diabetic or something. You know, I just assumed I would be.
Were you?
Know, no.
No, for a long
Nice.
time, dude.
Yeah.
He had scheduled it like a month out or something, and for the whole month, he's like, "That's it, man. I'm done." So I'm having a doctor's appointment. They're gonna let me know that I'm dying.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's what they do, man.
It's the end for me.
They let you, or at least your body allows yourself to come to terms with just dying once you start going to the doctor. I feel like.
So morbid, man.
I mean, this guy was telling me earlier in the week that he has like a suicide, like a list of how to do it.
No, okay. I have a friend.
They were comparing suicide notes on a Saturday night.
I have a
no.
suicide idea. I want to run
No,
by you
no,
guys.
okay. Well, let me know. I'll probably tell you the pros and cons to this approach.
Well, go ahead. You tell me yours first.
No. My friend was just talking about.
They're both sad people.
No. He was just.
No?
You know, no.
No?
He was just
Okay.
talking about helium asphyxiation. I was like, nah, man, no. You could totally blow out your lungs. You'll be in agonizing pain before you die. I'm just trying to talk this guy out of suicide, you know. And
I gave up talking this guy out of it. If he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it.
And then he started talking about certain chemical cocktails that people make and post little recipes for. I was like, dude, you know how many trolls are online just like coming up with these recipes that are all like corrosive and just like will kill you, and they just get off knowing that they've let somebody commit suicide in agonizing
Where do
pain.
they find this, dude? Our suicide? Reddit
Nah, man,
suicide?
I don't know, man. You know, you're on Wikipedia and you're just on, you know, Russian philosophy, and then all of a sudden you come up finding that one old lady that used to sell the suicide kits. You know which lady I'm talking about?
Sue Johansson,
I don't know.
the sex doctor?
No.
Oh,
There's a lady, an old
Suicide
lady.
by sex.
She was mailing people these kits that came with this like bag and this tank of other gas and whatever, and it came with a book that you were supposed to read. I'm sure a lot of them didn't read it, but it was a book that was supposed to, you know, do I really want to commit suicide? I don't know. I just read all about this lady.
The reason
I thought
why
she
this
was
came up
interesting.
is because I got a new job. And I was like, hey, Mike, do you want to celebrate my new job with me? Are we going to lunch? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he starts telling me about his suicide notes. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to
That's
like
not even
have a
what
good
happened.
time.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Well,
That's not even how it happened.
my suicide idea is I'm 29. I'm turning 30 in December.
yeah.
So
I heard that.
yeah, I know, dude. So this is why I'm doing it, because I told all my friends, I was like, hey man, good luck knowing me like in my 20s, guy, because when I turn 30, I'm out. I'm gonna drive my fucking Honda off S Mountain, Sanger Mountain, dude, and just like kill myself.
Ooh.
That's your idea?
I'm gonna build a ramp. I'm supposed to be like piece by piece, like taking like 4x4s and like, you know, some plywood up there, building this ramp. But I haven't done it yet. But it's I mean, since fall's tomorrow, I might get started. You know? But yeah, I'm just driving my Honda off Sanger Mountain, and hopefully I don't roll over to the Reedley side.
Dude, I don't think there are any roads on Sanger Mountain.
No, I'll find one, dude. If not, I'm gonna try to just roll off of it. Just get severely hurt. But yeah, so I guess that's not a very good suicide.
No, man. That
No,
sounds
this is
terrible.
horrible. You're just going to end up like a quadriplegic.
Oh yeah, or I'm gonna might borrow Sandman's. He's gonna do a gainer off the 168, dude. Off like the highest point where it merges onto the 180.
Is this just a thing? When you get older, everybody starts figuring out how they're going to kill themselves?
I think your brain just starts like it just starts aging, being like, oh, I can't keep up with this anymore, man. Got too many responsibilities coming up. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. I gotta take care of a kid. Well, I don't have a kid yet. No, not yet, but I hope, you know, that's gonna be coming up soon. That sounds like crazy.
You got a girl?
No, man.
Yeah, man, it's just
There's
gonna
a
happen.
step process.
No.
Oh, there's too much seeds going around though, man.
You're Tinder being
He's
strong.
He's still waiting on some seeds to see if, you know.
Yeah,
time
my
is
seeds are
back.
running out.
So, back to it. Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, dude.
talking
Yeah,
about
pumpkin
seeds.
spice.
Talking about seeds. There's not a lot of them. There's a pumpkin spice pizza coming out.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. So beginning September 22nd, the Villa Italian Kitchen, I guess they have over 200 locations, is going to have a pumpkin pie flavored pizza. It's going to have like pumpkin filling as like the sauce. They're going to put mozzarella on top of that.
That was going to be my question. They actually do put cheese. Like, because I've seen dessert pizzas.
Oh, no, it's not a dessert pizza.
Like, not really
I think
pizza.
it's tomato
like
sauce.
Strawberry pizza.
Yeah, or like other bullshit. I feel like John's Incredible Pizza has one, don't they? Don't
No.
they have some kind of dessert pizza?
They don't. They have peanut butter pizza.
Oh, that's what they have.
Yeah, but it's not the dessert.
There's no cheese on it, though, right?
Yeah, there is.
Is there cheese?
Yeah. There's tomato sauce, cheese.
I really don't remember it.
And it's not very popular, so they make one so you take a picture of it. And
just for the gram.
pretty much just for the gram. So you get people to get there, and they leave whole peanuts in the shell on top of them.
Oh,
So it's like not even like to eat. It really is for the gram. So yes, and then they put extra dollops of the pie filling on top, just for
Gross.
extra.
That's too much.
And that's
cheese,
On
and
cheese,
pie
dude?
filling?
No, man.
No.
cheese and pumpkin spice. Do you like the pumpkin spice like coffees?
You know, I don't know if I've even had one. I don't know. Maybe.
No, not me.
Maybe not.
Well, I've had them and they're disgusting.
I don't know. I used to work at Starbucks back.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, so you have an insider thing on this. Is it because they're pumping too much pumpkin flavor in it sometimes?
I like them. I don't know. I liked them. I bought into it.
Are some different than the others? Like, depending on how the person makes it?
No. They follow a recipe.
I'm sure that some people don't follow it completely. I've heard you legit be angry at something you've ordered at another Starbucks. Oh, they put too much of this in there. So they didn't follow the recipe.
Do you critique like the Starbucks like?
Yeah. It's like
orders?
so does this guy does it for
What I'm saying is that this
Jamba.
motherfucker saying that they don't change, that they follow the recipe, and then he just
This guy's a critique.
guy.
He's a critique
Fucking
of
guy.
his. He's a critique of his of pizza too. 'Cause he works at a pizza place, so he's always critiquing
Oh, you
pizza.
work at a pizza place?
Yeah, he does.
No, I mean,
He doesn't like to say where he works.
Okay.
no, it's
You
not a
sell
pizza
drugs, huh? I
There's
knew you
pizza
did,
sold
Mike.
there.
Tiki Mike, man.
Yeah,
That's his street drug name, Tiki Mike.
Tiki Mike.
you know, you're not supposed to say that.
He's
but,
got the
you know.
best crystal on this side of Shaw.
I mean, that's a place where that area would be the place for him to buy and sell crystal.
Wait, is that where you work at? Isn't that area like Sean Marty over there?
Yeah.
In the Mardi Gras Plaza?
Golden State.
That is what it's called.
Yeah, I know.
Mardi
dude.
Gras Plaza.
It's hilarious.
And there's Times Square Plaza too.
Is there?
Yeah.
I thought the Mardi Gras like little gimmick name to it is hilarious, dude. It's
There's a
fucking-
Target in that parking lot, I think. The Mardi Gras
Oh
one.
yeah. And then like that Ito Ya place.
So
Yeah.
So speaking of Ito Ya, earlier we were at earlier this week we went to Japanese food. Have you ever had those the beans that they give you? What are they called? Edamame.
Yeah.
So this fool orders edamame, and they bring it to him, and he straight up just puts the whole thing in his mouth.
Yeah, I just ate the whole thing.
He just ate the whole fucking thing.
I do the same
the
thing.
skin.
You're lying. You don't do that.
I do like where you do and you go, whoop.
That's how you're supposed to do that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm saying
He just ate
the
it
whole
that
thing.
that way.
Oh, you're wild, man. You're wild.
You know, all the people that shop at my place buying that shit, they eat it whole, man.
Nah.
Mike,
They eat it whole.
I'm
Yeah.
so confused where you work at. You're working at like you doing pizzas.
Yeah, man.
You got people ordering edamame.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck? It's in Mardi Gras Plaza. Like, I don't know what
It's
the
not
fuck you're
Mardi Gras
working.
Plaza. It's further down. It's by the tracks, man.
It's even
It's by the tracks. We got some cool resident homeless.
it's by
There's this
it's by an
guy named Jeremy
Arsenio's.
that has a stub.
It's by an Arsenio's Mexican place and a Winco.
Yeah.
That's very vague.
There's an Arsenio's right next to a Chipotle.
There's a
next
Chipotle
door.
out there?
Yeah.
And a Popeyes right next to the Chipotle.
Jesus,
Yeah.
fuck it. I haven't been in that side of town in a long time.
There's no reason to go to that side of
Yeah,
town.
I guess you're
that's
right.
that's a bad side of town. All right. So with that, Michael, you're opening up another beer. Go ahead and give us your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. You know, I never prepare for the final thoughts. It's always a weird,
Oh, thanks,
awkward
man.
blunder. Dude, I didn't know you were out. I would have got you a beer earlier. Final thoughts. Let me run through
Michael
this.
loves touching the microphone.
I love
That's like
it,
his
dude.
favorite thing.
I love it. I love these tiki Mike
Look, man.
final thoughts.
Look, man. March of the Juggalos. Look, do I agree with their plight philosophically that we as a people should stand up for all people and their rights? And, you know, the whole little lines. Oh, first they came for the communists, but I wasn't a communist, and then they came for this. Well, I kind of agree on a philosophical level. They shouldn't be mistreated that way. But they're also dumpster people. And I don't know if anybody I don't think it matters either way. Okay. Taco Bell gets booze. I will be there drunk on more than one occasion.
Oh, yeah.
On the very first year that one becomes available in my area.
Oh, yeah.
Toys R Us, you know what? It's just a sign of the times. Some things need to die off.
Rest in
Some
peace.
things need to die off. And make way for the new thing. Pumpkin spice pizza. I don't buy it. Fuck that. That's stupid. I don't like it.
All
It's
right.
stupid.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Spreaker. Check out the Bum City podcast on Spreaker as well. Nick Sal, it was a pleasure having you, man.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys. It's been fun. It's not hot in here. I'm comfy.
Till next time. Goodbye.